All right, finally. All right, sorry about the delayed start there. 404 guy here, 7HE 404 GUI, back with Kerbal Space Program. Before we get into the episode...
Warning. This program contains coarse humor and a sense of language that some people might not share. Viewer discretion is advised. But I bet that just makes you want to watch it even more.
All right, there we go. Couple of troubles getting it started this morning, but seems to be working fine just now, so that's good. What do we have? Temperature surveys, don't want to do them. Orbital, person, plant a flag on the moon. I don't want to go back there again. Okay. Well, there were a few things that we kind of needed to do. I want to see what kind of maneuverability... Wow, what the hell? Why is this so slow? That is weird. It shouldn't be that slow. Look at that. It's like, what, 2 frames per second? What the hell happened here? Literally unplayable. Geez, I'm going to have a rough time with that. See if this even works. Just one thing after another today. That's kind of... What in the hell? What the crap is going on here? Why is this... Okay. Okay, so something's killing my GPU right now. What is it? Sorry, guys. Maybe it's this. No, just something's friggin' eating everything. What the hell's happening here? Well, thank you very much, Windows, for telling me that my GPU is at 100% usage, but not telling me what the hell is using it. Actually, it could be this. Get rid of that. Maybe that'll help. We'll see. We'll have to see if that even works. Geez, that's like... Look at this thing. This is unplayable. I cannot... God damn it. Okay, back to Space Center. I gotta figure out what the crap would even cause that. There's literally nothing running that would use 100% of my CPU or GPU. Like, god damn. Maybe I should just exit out of the game and restart it or something. Like... Yeah, because that's completely... If I try to launch a spacecraft with that, it's just gonna go unstable because it doesn't have a small enough time step. Let's quit the game, start it up again, see if that helps. I have no goddamn idea what the hell is wrong with the hell's wrong with my stream right now. That's just completely... Look at this. This is running smoothly. Quit the game and open it up again. In the meantime, apparently my GPU is still locked in at a solid 15% of usage. So something's still using it. Troubleshooting with the 404 guy. See if it works this time. Jeez, I was really hoping I didn't have to start this up again. Took long enough to get it loaded the first time. there is anyone watching, feel free to ask a question or comment or something. It's just going to take a while to get it started again because this is absolute bollocks and shit. Fucking Windows. Yeah. A lot of people have solid-state disks, which they use to accelerate their loading times. I do not have such a luxury. So we're just going to have to hope that this works. Because if this is bogged down as much as it was earlier, going at friggin' 15 frames per second, that's too big of a time step to do any of the calculations. Look at this. This is smooth now. Okay. So what in the goddamn happened just 10 seconds ago? If it works, I guess. But geez, that was friggin' crap. What the hell is that? Okay, so what do we got here? This is just an ugly piece of crap. This has a crew hatch on it. So, hold on. So if I recall correctly, we were right here, weren't we? We were at intermodal. And we more or less just had this running to, come on, deploy the damn drill. What are you doing? Basically refill our liquid fuel. Which, I mean, realistically, we don't even have to do that because we have so much of the damn stuff. But, yeah, let's fast forward that a little bit, see what we get. Come on. Oh, yeah, that'll work. Just let that run for a few days. So this is basically a method for refilling your fuel. You've got the resource converter, you've got the... Okay, that's enough. We've got the resource converter, we've got cooling, we've got storage tanks. If you don't remember the storage tanks, it will not work. Let's retract all of these. Oop. Can I just retract it while it's running? Yes, I can. That would have been faster. Okay. So there, we're now full of fuel. More or less. That's about, yeah, that's about where it should be. Alright, so we're good to go. Oh. Well, I was going to get more science data, but I guess we're going. Whoopsie. Alright, point out at 9 or 0, head that direction. Ourselves a nice stable orbit here. I could land again if I wanted to. It would be a relatively simple task. Let's rotate this around. So we're going to try and rendezvous with... well, actually, we can't. We're going to get into an orbit, and then we're going to send up a data collector, which is going to rendezvous with this spacecraft, collect all of the data that it needs, and then bring it over to another spacecraft, which then has a science package or a mobile data processing lab. And then the processing lab can basically turn it into usable information. That ought to be enough. Yeah, so there's just great. That has the mobile processing lab on it. So we're just going to need to intercept this guy, collect the data, and then deliver to that guy. That's basically what we're going to do today. That'll give us significant amounts of science data. It'll be very useful. So basically, whenever I collect science data, I don't bother to transmit it. Because you can, like, get maybe, like, 10 or 15 times the data if you just put it onto the, literally just put it onto the mobile data processing unit. I also have to consider, I have no way of landing this spacecraft back on Kerbal. Like, I've not planned for that at all. I forgot to put parachutes on it, so there's no way for it to land on Kerbal safely. So it's going to need another rendezvous over the, over Kerbal to a spacecraft, hopefully, which has the potential to land. Alright. We got that guy in orbit. That's good. Let's go back to the Space Center. Now we need to put some of this science data into just great. We're going to do that with, like, probably the least expensive and lightest weight solution we can manage. So, since I absolutely abhor any kind of where is it? Any kind of docking ports, I prefer to use the grabbing unit. Because then I can get it at any angle, I don't have to worry about it as much. So we're going to use that. We need stabilizers, we will need batteries. Let's give it a couple, we don't need that many. Give it a sunflower. There we go. Now, as for the science, what are we going to do? We want the experiment storage. It's a bit of a small storage unit, isn't it? How much capacity does that have? They don't say how much capacity it has, just that it stores information. Okay. Well, we will assume it to be highly usable. Alright, need some RCS on there. These are too small. Hold on. Get the big tank. A couple of them. This can go on the sides. Alright, we'll do 2 of these. This will have RCS all over the place. Need as much control as we can get. Why is there only 2 of those? I doth wonder. There we go. Alright. So this is what we're going to use to actually connect to either one of them, send the data. We're going to have that coupled. We'll have that coupled to a very small engine guy here. What are we going to do? Engines. Something efficient. This guy's efficient. This guy's 320 in a vacuum. This guy's 345 in a vacuum. So obviously we'll use this guy. And then we'll couple that. Once again. This time to something that'll carry the payload. Come on. Now, before I forget, I should put an antenna on this. So I continually forget communications. I need to make myself like a checklist. Checklist so that I don't forget stuff. There we go. Alright, we got communications, we got electricity storage, we've got something to grab with, we've got something to store. That ought to work. Now we just need to kick it into atmosphere. We'll use one of these. I guess one of these. Mass is 65 tons. That should be more than enough. There, data storage. Alright, this guy kicks, this breaks, this guy kicks, that breaks. Can I get to Minimus? That is the question. I'm going to bet that it won't get to Minimus on the first try. We'll probably need to do a secondary revision, but we'll see how far this gets. Alright. It's actually holding its own on the liquid fuel there. That's pretty good. Right, passing 10 kilometers. This engine is extremely loud. This is like obnoxiously loud, this engine. I usually just back up like this so it's not as loud. Alright. This actually might just get us there. How far is that? That's like 200,000? Okay. We can get a little further. Jesus thing. Look at that. Friggin' all the way to the moon on a straight shot just from kicking this thing into orbit. Jeez. Friggin' insane. Alright. That's almost at an escape velocity, too. So what is this? This is going to be... It's going to have a nice perigee to it. Okay, so a little bit of gravity assist from the moon, it looks like. Or we could just kind of straight shot it out. We can probably sling that a bit further. If I go here, and just kind of kick it a little bit harder. Okay, that's an escape trajectory from Kerbal. We don't want that. Hold up. I may have kicked this a bit too hard. Okay, 100 meters per second. We can do that in no time. Alright, that'll get us pretty close. All we need to do is make sure that we'll have electricity at that point. Extend the sunflower. Alright. We have a sunflower extended. That'll give us electricity. Now we can warp to the maneuver without having to worry about it. Oh, is that warping me? It's not. Doesn't look like it is. There we go. Alright. Whoa, that's got a lot of control to it. Okay. Down. And let us activate this engine. Very efficient, this one. This is one of the most efficient engines, once again. Specific impulse... somewhere close to around 350. 350 is a very good specific impulse in this context because most of the engines are only around 300. So this gives you a little bit more for what you pay. So you get more acceleration, you get more change of momentum per fuel that you pay, that you burn, or whatever. That's basically what specific impulse is. Specific impulse, by definition, is change in momentum over fuel burn. Anyway. Very useful metric in gauging the efficiency of an engine. In this case, it's efficiency of an engine in which the fuel is an oxidizer mixed with a fuel. Or an oxidizer mixed with a liquid fuel, I should say. Alright. 15-second burn, let's go. Again, this is just to literally just to move data from one thing to another. That's good. Alright. Set Minimus as our target. This is like, look at this. This is going to be a friggin' 10-minute Minimus trip. Add maneuver. Alright, that's close to 0. Perfect. I'm going to be in Minimus in like 5 minutes here. We could have been at the moon a lot quicker too. This actually, based on its mass, this actually has the capacity, I think, to land on the moon. Hold on, let's verify that before I say it. 18, yeah, this has more than enough capacity to land on the moon. 18.1 meters per second squared is the acceleration from this engine in a vacuum. that would land on the moon with absolutely no difficulties whatsoever. So this can pretty much go anywhere in the solar system. Alright, let's just slowly bring that up here. Alright, that's good. That should be very good for our ascending and descending nodes. Maybe a little more. Give it that. Alright, that's 0. Okay, very good. Next, we are in a track that we should be trying to catch up with the Minimus there, so let's bring this in just a little bit. Bring that like this, bring this in. I don't really like that. I don't really like how that's doing that. Let's try from here. Bring this in just a wee bit there. Try it that way, see how that works. I should probably arm the grabbing device. That would be useful. So I think this doesn't have to be a precise maneuver, it just has to be good. That'll work. Alright. We're there, Minimus is there. Let's go around and see how it works. We're going to be there, Minimus is going to be there, so we're still catching up. Basically playing a game of catch-up here. As opposed to a game of cats-up. Alright, that's where our approach is going to be. That's actually very good. Let's go there. Alright, now our approach to Minimus is going to be a bit interesting anyway. Alright, there we go. We got a perigee somewhere. It's Kerbal. That's actually... oh no, that's hitting the surface. Don't want to do that. Well, we know which direction we gotta go anyway. That's close enough. I can focus view on Minimus and then adjust it as I need to. Yes, we're playing a game of catch-up. Either that or a game of catsup. Ketchup or catsup, which is better? I kind of prefer ketchup because it's not as French. Let's see here. I gotta be very careful with this because I don't want to plummet into the surface. Then again, we have more than enough acceleration to not hit the surface, so that's kind of... If I focus view on Minimus, I should be able somehow to adjust this. Oh, somebody gave me this tip once before while I was playing. Adjust the thrust limiter down to 25%. And that gives us a lot more resolution on our... There we go. Alright. That gives us a lot more resolution on how we, how much we adjust our thrust. Oh, jeez. In this case, it doesn't seem to have helped me at all. But it does work in theory. So that's... I accidentally hit the Z key, I think. There we go. Alright, that's exactly where we want to be. So, this is going to be... Oh. This is going to be going the wrong way, actually. I think... Yeah. So I got to be going this way. This is going to be coming in this way. So, we actually do need to keep going. There we go. Flip it around. Alright, now we're going the right way. Our target is going to be intermodal. We'll set that as our target. And pretty much from there we can just warp. Let's get rid of this thingy and warp to here. Alright. Wow, that's going to take 30 days to get there. If I wanted to land this on Minimus, I very easily could. I just realized that the communication system that I set up on this data storage device is not a relay. At least I don't think it relays. Which means if it goes on the opposite side of Minimus, it's going to be a communications blackout. Which... that's not going to be good. Well, we'll see what it does. It is going to be on the opposite... Well, I guess it depends on where we actually encounter Minimus. It's going to be close to here, so we are going to be kind of... We're going to be in an advantageous position from a communication standpoint, so it should be able to get the information through. I'll say that much. But yeah, theoretically right now it should be doing some kind of relay via the asteroid. Yeah, that's exactly what I thought it was going to do. Okay. When will we have communications? Never. Oh my god, I'm an idiot. Okay. Well, I guess we just gotta wait. Oh, there we go. Get ourselves into orbit here. Alright, that should be good. I can't use that perigee for anything, so... One thing I can do, I can just basically bring this into a collision course with a surface and then... Let's do kind of an adjustment as such. Radial. There we go. Not as efficient, certainly not as elegant, but it does work. There we go. Alright, that gets us into a good spot. Node in T-minus 30. Close enough. Alright. Now we need to fix that ascending node. 8.7 degrees, a bit too much. Oops. Down a little bit there. I always like to try and get these perfect, and then when I actually execute the maneuver, I never make it perfect. One might call it an exercise in ultimate futility. Alright. A little closer. Nice. Luckily for this trip, we've packed plenty of monopropellant. Frequently the chemical used is hydrazine. That's N2H2 as the chemical formula. Learning all the things in the higher education institution. Alright, there's intermodal. That's the one we're after. Apparently our target position is going to be on the opposite side of the planet. Oh wow, look at that. Okay. Once again, we need to play with ketchup. I'm going to go to the perigee. I'm going to bring in the apogee just a little bit. We'll warp here. I want to bring in the apogee so that they're basically... Oh, wait a minute. Hold on. Okay, yeah, that's the right spot. This Kerbal is that way. We want to make sure that we maintain communications as we're doing this. I'm going to basically shoot the orbit way out and then try and get it in a single step. So, first step, we bring this in just a touch. Just a little. Just so that they're touching. At that farthest point there. Okay. Then from the apogee, Oops. Basically from here, we're just going to kick it out and hopefully get it to a position where it will just intersect after a single orbit. Come on. Why aren't these moving? Damn. I guess I gotta be there. That ought to work, right? Hold on. There we go. Wait. Yeah, that's the pink one I gotta watch for. Okay. So the pink one's the one that we're watching for. So according to the pink one, separation 2 kilometers. That's very agreeable. Let's go there. So 2 ways of doing this. I could just let it drift like that until they eventually meet up. Or I could just kick the orbit out a little bit so that it eventually comes back around. Alright. Looks good. A little bit closer to the node. Alright, this is what our separation is with the pink one. 21K. Bring that right in there. Oh, jeez. Talk about a sensitive orbit. Alright, that takes care of it. Separation 0 kilometers. There we go. And right there, look at that. Perfect. Where is it? Oh shit, it's way over there. Oh crap, we're gonna hit it. Oh no. Stop. Do not hit that thing. It's expensive. Okay, actually no, it looks like we're gonna miss it. I don't know. Yeah, it's gonna go high. We get as close as we can, then we're just gonna punch it. 3, 2, 1. 1/2. 1/4. 1/8. 1/16. 1/32. There we go. Alright. Oh yeah, that's perfect. Now we just need to find a safe place to connect to. Which, with all of these things extended, is nowhere. So let's get these, let's get a connection point. Retract that, retract that. Same with the coolers. Alright. That gives us a spot. Where'd it go? There it is. Okay. Now we just need to dance around this thing. I have to be very delicate with this maneuver, but at the same time, I think I have to hit it at like 2 meters per second for the clamp to engage. Whoop, wrong way. There we go. So, actually, why the hell am I moving upwards? Where is that? Give me this. Give me this. Just rotate it. What am I thinking? Where's the other dude? Where is the other dude? I can't... Oh, there he is. Jeez. Couldn't see him. Okay. No, other way, other way. There we go. Yeah, just rotate it. Like that. Perfect. We now have the connecting face pointing at us. Alright. Technically, we only get 1 shot at this. I like to think that I've probably got 2. Can I adjust the target? No, I can't. Target adjustment is not allowed. I want to move towards this thing, though. 1.1 meters per second. Come on. You call that a hit? There we go. Got it. Alright, the reason I'm doing this is because I am not going to even attempt to dock using that docking port. So what I'm going to do is... Okay, what I'm going to do first, I'm going to get this thing into some freaking light because I can't see shoot. Orbit there. Yeah, that used to be... That was a lander that landed on the moon. It also landed on Minimus. So I'm using the most efficient engine in the game to do that. But since it's such a long engine, I had to attach these additional landing arms. And I put some drills on it so I could refuel it once I landed there. So there we go. We've got information on this. We are going to transfer the data into one of these. We're going to do that with a lot of these. We don't have seismic data there. We have seismic data there. This way we can take it to a another orbiter, which has a science thingy. Yeah, let's keep that and then transfer. All right, that should be good. Got all the data from these. I just want to make sure I got everything. I was supposed to get something with that atmospheric analysis, but I never did. All right. So that gives us plenty of information. Oh, that also I should probably store this data. Review stored data. Yes. Keep. Huh. I guess I cannot transfer that data. Keep. I'll have to do it manually. Alright, well, that's all the data we can get anyway. Let's release that. Hey! Where are you going? Okay. That gets us everything we need. Now we just need to get to just great. There's just great. Oh, crap. Wait, I can collect all? Shit, go back! No! Data storage! Yeah, you're right. I can collect all. I don't know why I didn't remember that. Okay, hold on. There is a way to collect all. Crap. I should probably do this in a smarter way, but I'm not. Hold on. Set target. No. Why is it... where is it? It won't let me set target. Ugh. Okay, then fine. We'll get it some other way. Hold on. Go back there. Alright, there we go. Oh, geez, it looks like we just destroyed a solar panel. Whoopsie. Yeah, we can. Collect all. Awesome. Alright. Okay, now we have everything. As for this... I guess that solar panel is never coming back. We've at least got 3. 3 out of 4 isn't bad. I don't know how much those cost. Perhaps there is a, perhaps there is one of those sciencey people who will disagree with me. Let's get these aligned. There's that descending node. Get up just a little. Yeah, that's good enough. Not 0.2, I can adjust for that. Oh, well, yeah, it's not going to warp me there then, is it? Alright, should be good. Still got plenty of liquid fuel, still got plenty of everything. So, 25 meters per second. Yeah, we can wait that. A little bit more time closer to the node. There we go. Whoops. That's close, I think. It's pretty close. We'll leave it as is. That's just great. We need this to be even better, though. Oh, no we don't. That's perfect. Right there. Look at that. So I guess if I just adjust very, very slightly. Whoops. Where'd you go? Very slightly. Oops, too far. Way too far. Well, at least I know prograde and retrograde will work. In the orbit direction, let's... Very light adjustments here. Here we go. Not 0.3, that's good. Alright. Data delivery time. I'm going to show exactly why I say that friggin' mobile data processing lab is OPAF. Where's the target? There it is. Alright. Head straight towards it, and I don't even have to care how I connect to it. There we go. Alright. Science multiplication time. I think the sum of these experiments were worth 500 science in total. Alright, we're gonna hit this thing. There we go. Not very clear where we should try to hit this thing, actually. Not really sure what part of it I'm after. I didn't build it too well, so it's not obvious where I should be connecting. Yes, theoretically anywhere is fine. Let's... Okay, we'll swing around to the far side and then try and hit it on that thing. That's a big target to hit. There we go. Swing it around town. There we go. So that's a pretty good target to go for right there. 3 meters per second is maybe a bit fast. I think 2 is sufficient for this thing. What? How dare you not connect? Oh crap, I just made it worse. Crap. I broke one of my solar panels. Okay. Is this still stable? Mostly. Maybe I need to hit it harder. Come on. There we go, gotcha. Alright. You. Still researching. You have almost no information. All stored... Oh, what? Okay, there we go. Process in the lab. That's worth 200. Worth way more than if I would have transmitted it. That's like... That's 5 times the science, that one. Seismic scan. Again, kind of similar. Yeah, basically, this is just free science here. The EVA reports apparently aren't worth anything, nor is this... I would have thought the surface sample would be worth something at least. Oh well. So I guess we can actually just transmit the surface sample and we can transmit the EVA report. Surface sample, I really would like to try and collect that if I can. Get that recovery bonus. Regardless, I think that worked. Alright. Oh, we can't move back anywhere. So this guy's going to be researching. He's got plenty of data to work off of. Once we come back, if we leave it for a year, then science is going to be probably full. What's the rate? Rate is 3 per day. That's going to be full in, like, before the end of the next mission, definitely. Anyway, let's go back to the Space Center. I've been trying to think of how I can maybe improve my rover. My rover design is a little bit... I don't know. I don't know what to call it. But here we've got Rover Boy. I'm thinking we should make Rover Boy a friend. This is going to be a new design based off of an old one. Number 1, get rid of the antenna. And move these up. There we go. Alright. That's Rover Boy's friend, I guess. Anyway, we could make that more anatomically correct. I don't know. And last but not least, I wanted to take a look at these missions. Test a heat shield. I could probably do that. I literally just planted a flag on Minimus. Like, right before I took off on that, I literally planted a flag. That's kind of... Oh, well. What do we have? This never expires. I don't gotta care. This expires in 24 years. Okay. Science data from space around Minimus. We'll get that soon enough. I can actually probably do that right now. This one expires in 228 years. That ought to be reasonable. I think that's everything for this episode of Kerbal Space Program. That's pretty much completes everything I wanted to do. Sorry about the slow start to the episode there. Don't know why it was lagging so much, but it's working now. Anyway, thanks for tuning in. I'm the 404 guy, 7HE404GUI. Feel free to follow or whatever. Doesn't really matter. I don't get paid for this, but definitely have a great day. I'm the 404 guy. Goodbye. And literally, I get to do chemistry with hydrazine. Or at least chemistry homework. Such is life when pursuing the higher education. I gotta remember, I keep leaving Kerbal Space Program open in the background, and then I come back to it about an hour later, and it's just been sitting there doing nothing. That actually backfired on me once when I was, like, editing an episode with something in a suborbital trajectory, and I came back to it like an hour later, and I'm just like, whoops.